See what y'all talking about up in this bitch. What y'all talking about in this bitch? What you talking about in this bitch? What are y'all talking about? Let's see who comes up in this motherfucker. Come on in here. Notifications. Hopefully notifications are getting sent out. Shit. Salute to all the truck drivers out there transporting goods and certain merchandise to the rest of the country. What's up, Mir 2500? I always make sure to salute the truck drivers, man, because this country would not be as convenient as it is if it were not for truck drivers. We got to put our truck drivers out there and give them the same love and appreciation we give our engineers, the same love and appreciation we give the plumbers and the iron workers and water workers, and hell, we should give truck drivers way more love than we give basketball players and football players and actors. We should. You see a truck driver, always get him more love than a fucking entertainer. And that damn thing gonna be entertaining if you can't get a truck driver to bring that chicken. What's up, Quan? What's up, Frank? The one and only. That's the thing, man. You gotta appreciate those who do right by you. You know what I mean? Yeah, 9 hours on deck. I be wondering, how many of y'all on the East Coast or in East and Central Time? I'm on the West Coast. What's up, Angry Black Man, Ty Quinn Campbell? Y'all see the moon back there? Is that the moon right there? Y'all see the moon? That's the moon right there. Got my sunroof open. I'm sitting in a car. Are you East Coast? Central? See, shit. Like, are you like up early or are you up late? Which one is it? Texas, that's Central Time. East Coast? Yeah, okay. So 2:35 a.m. I mean, you getting ready for work. Oh, you at work, Angry Black? Okay. Because I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, because and see, Baltimore. Okay, when I come home in the morning on my show, I like that's when I get more people. I don't get as many people here late, but I like coming on late while I'm smoking my joints. Fast Domino is not Haitian. They trying to say that shit. The motherfucker had like a grandmother. Fast Domino had a grandparent that was from Haiti or something like that. That was like immediately sold to another plantation. And you know what happened during slavery, nigga? You don't get to keep it. One of the things about slavery, you don't get to keep your culture. You dig? So when Fast Domino came around in 1955 at Blueberry Hill, that was 100 years after an ancestor of his was brought from Haiti. 100 years. So yeah, no, he's not Haitian. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, a bunch of bullshit. And if you read, I'm gonna go look for the exact quote because I haven't read the book in a long time. But when I get back home, I'm gonna pick up my book, Blue Monday. Blue Monday is a book written about Fast Domino. But in that book, there's a quote, and I gotta go look it up. When they asked Fast Domino about his style of piano play, he played the New Orleans style blues piano. When they asked him about his style of play, he said people have been playing this style of play here for as long as I can remember. Basically, what he was saying was that style wasn't his style. It was a style that was picked up because that was the style of where he grew up. Yeah. Yeah, none of them are Haitian. That's just people trying to. That's just desperate attempts from people who don't respect their own culture. That's all that is. But we are doing the right thing by fighting back. The moon is beautiful, isn't it? I don't know about any rallies. I don't. I am not the person to ask about any kind of rally. I ain't rallying shit. No. If somebody calls me to be at their rally, then that's something different. But I ain't the one to ask about no rally because I ain't the one putting the rally together. Shit, I'm out here. I'm out here on vacation, chilling with my family, nigga. We laid my grandfather to rest on Friday. Now I got a few family members up here. We chilling. Yeah. Where are they getting that jazz influenced by Haiti? Out their ass. That's where they getting it from. What they doing is they sitting on the toilet. Well, now you sitting on the toilet. They just squatting down and they reaching their right hand around to their rectum and they pulling from that area these ideas that Black Americans got jazz from Haitian culture. There's no fucking jazz in Haiti, nigga. Does anyone outside of Haiti, and no disrespect to any Haitians in here, but question, does anybody outside of Haiti give a fuck about Haitian music? Let's just answer that. And no disrespect to Haiti, but outside of Haitians, does anybody listen to Haitian music? Can you name a Haitian artist or a Haitian song that you like? If you created it, you can create. You better keep duplicating it. What's up, Aries? Bruce, this is coming. This is coming from the white supremacists. Wyclef don't even play Haitian music. Wyclef play nigga music from America. Wyclef is a Haitian that plays Black American music. We like Wyclef, but he don't play Haitian music. Well, he does. He does play Haitian music. He does play Haitian music. But the only people who like Wyclef's Haitian music is niggas in New York. The world fell in love with Wyclef because of his Black American style of music. That's what the Fugees, nigga, that wasn't no Haitian music. They fell in love with Wyclef because of the Fugees. Another MC loses life tonight. Whoa, oh, yo. Well, yeah, So yeah, this has been sent down from the white supremacists. See, Quan, what happened was with Fast Domino, the reason why he has a great-great-grandparent Haitian, he was sold, I think it was in the East Coast, he was sold to the plant to Louisiana. His great-great-grandmother, or no, his great-grandmother, not great-great, like his great-grandmother, I think she was in Maryland at a plantation and sold. She was in a different state and sold to a plantation in Louisiana. But that was like in 1850s when that happened. Yeah. And it's my hypothesis. This isn't true. I don't know if it's true or not, but my hypothesis is the white supremacists is putting these immigrants up to this because the white supremacists forever have been trying to claim ownership of our music. They tried with jazz, and for a while, you know, they had a lot of people believing it, but then it was like, no, this is black. They tried it with the blues, you know, but it's black. They rock and roll. They still put on that fake facade like they created rock and roll, but that's an open secret that that's not true. That rock and roll is black. The country music they really holding on hard to, but even that's an open secret that country music isn't. That country music is black, but they can fake like it. But when it comes to things like hip hop, they've been trying since Marky Mark and Vanilla Ice to have ownership of hip hop. They tried it again with Eminem. They tried to run. It's never. They for the most part given up. They're not going to get ownership of hip hop. So the next big thing is to tell these tethers that they want to replace us that they own it. And it's the same thing they're doing with the NBA. It's like Giannis got more. Giannis Antetokounmpo got more MVPs than Shaq and Kobe, and he can't even make a free throw. His jump shot is trash, but he has 2 MVPs. You know what that's about. You know what that's about. It's about erasure. It's about erasure. Giannis Antetokounmpo got more MVPs than Kevin Durant. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? He has more MVPs than Kevin fucking Durant. Wow. You see it happening in music. It's just anything to erase black American culture. That's what it is. And if they can't get a white person to erase black American culture, they're going to get a willing tether. But what's that? Let me tell you what that's doing. Oh, let's talk long term, big picture. What that's going to do is create even more of a rift in those communities. And the white people know this. Because you have a lot of immigrants from Haiti, from Jamaica, who aren't on that bullshit. They appreciate our culture. And just like they appreciate and love their own culture. They love their own culture. They don't want what we created. And you have a lot of those people that are out there too. And these people going around trying to claim what's not theirs, that's creating even more, not creating because the rifts are already there, but that's making an even bigger rift in those societies. Because this is what's going to happen. It'll be a circular firing squad because on one hand, you got Jamaicans claiming hip hop, right? And then you got like Dougie Fresh claiming hip hop out of Trinidad and Tobago, making it a Caribbean thing. And then you got the Fat Joes claiming it for Latin America. The Latin America and the Caribbean America, Latins and Caribbeans have never really gotten along. If you think about it, Latin America and the Caribbean are like the same fucking islands, the same little general area. Caribbean basically means dark-skinned people colonized by the French or the English, and Latin means dark and for the most part lighter-skinned motherfuckers colonized by the Spanish. But it's the same general area. Cuba and Puerto Rico is Latin. Barbados and Jamaica is Caribbean. They're all in the same fucking general area. Jamaica's like a little shit right below Cuba. Why is one white? Why is one Latin, one Caribbean? And they use them interchangeably. And we know that that's the Caribbean Sea. So Cuba is they're Caribbean, but they don't call themselves Caribbean. They call themselves Latin. The Dominican, they don't call themselves Caribbean. They call themselves Latin. Why am I saying this? It's a fuck ton of confusion, right? A lot of confusion. And it's done on purpose by the white supremacists. But these people play into these fake divisions. They play into them. So while they're somewhat playing nice with one another, saying that hip hop is Caribbean, but if you notice, the Jamaicans are more aggressive, and they're more apt to claim hip hop for exclusively Jamaica because of reggae and dancehall, versus other people within the Caribbean islands are claiming it for the Caribbean. Let's play and fake. Let's fake and say, okay, they somehow one day convince people, including foundational Black Americans, that hip hop is Caribbean. Let's say this is never going to happen, but just let's say, okay, they convinced the overwhelming majority of people out there that hip hop is Caribbean. Okay, fine. Let's say that happens. Now, when the time to get to the details, and you're starting to talk about which Caribbean island it comes from, you already know who's going to step out first. The Jamaicans. They're going to step out first. Like, no, this is ours. And then the people from Trinidad is going to be like, hey, no, it's ours because Dougie Fresh is from here, even though we just all found out 2 weeks ago that he's from here. So, no, hip-hop is Trinidad. And then the Fat Joes of the world, the Latinos, they're going to be like, no, compadre, no, hip hop is Puerto Rican, and then the Dominicans are gonna be like, no, that's what if let's say if they were somehow able to convince people that they created it, it would just break out into infighting amongst people of the Caribbean. They'd be fighting too fucking much to hold on to whatever they got. And while they fighting, the white supremacists will be right back here in America. Because now we in 2070. The people who were alive when Tupac was alive are now all dead. And while these people from the Caribbean are fighting over who owns hip hop, the white supremacists will be over here changing all of Tupac's pictures to looking like, and next thing you know, Tupac could be looking like Matthew McConaughey. LL Cool J gonna look like Brad Pitt. Nigga. Ice Cube is gonna look like Michael Rappaport. And hip hop will be back white again. That's exactly what would happen. Even if in some fantasy land they got control of the narrative and they were able to convince the world that hip hop is Caribbean, they would get to fighting so hard amongst each other over which Caribbean island created it, because they all gonna be lying. So that means to let you know that it's just gonna be a continue, because they won't be able to, because it's just not true. While they infighting, white folks will be rewriting all that shit and then go back to claiming shit. It'll be goddamn 2 white people left. We be in 2070. It's only like 10,000 white people left on the whole planet. And they still had them motherfuckers confused so goddamn much they fighting and then take control of all the ownership of hip hop. So at the end of the day, it's not going to happen because what we're seeing right now amongst the people is the people are fighting back and black Americans are speaking up. Nobody can fuck with us when we speak up. Our biggest issue is we shut up. What's up, Big Polly? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, show your artists. And not only show your artists, show your producers. Because really, the person that makes the song crack is the producer. That's who makes the song crack, is the producer. So show me your artists and show me your music producers. Who wrote those string arrangements? Who played the drums? Who wrote those horn parts? Who decided what key the song was going to be in? Show me that person from Jamaica before 1974 when it comes to the music. But yeah. But I give it about, we only going to have a few more years to really go at these people when it comes to that. We're going to settle this again. That nigga said I'm in the drive-thru. Y'all funny. Somebody said Greek is better than KD. That's somebody that don't know what the hell they talking about. Somebody said Giannis is better than KD. Hey, at what? Is he a better defender? Yeah, he is a better defender. I'll give him that. But that ball, this nigga Greek Freak has to get to the basket or he can't score. And you saw what happened. Last year I said the only reason why people don't understand how good that Milwaukee Bucks team is. You have 3 knockdown shooters on the court between Middleton, Holiday, and Lopez. Anytime you got 3 knockdown shooters on the court, if you have a ball handler that needs to get to the basket, they'll get to the basket every time because the defenses can't help off great shooting. Look what happened this year. Brook Lopez lost all confidence in his jump shot, so he couldn't shoot this year. Middleton was hurt, so you had, was that Grayson Allen? Was it Grayson Allen? I forgot one of them white boys, but they're not as good as Middleton coming off the bench. And so teams were able to sag off the 3-point shooting and zone against Giannis, and Giannis couldn't do anything. When Giannis had to face a zone, he couldn't do anything with it. Like, he couldn't get a basket. Like, he would get some early first half points to make the numbers look good, but when it was fourth quarter, when it came time to score, Giannis couldn't get no bucket because they didn't have any shooters around him. KD's getting the bucket come hell or high water. Yeah. Yeah, when they won a championship, they played without Giannis and still won. Yeah, Giannis can't shoot himself. What's up, Dr. Sinister? Yeah, Giannis, that Milwaukee Bucks team had 2 starting lineups last year. You had George Hill. Think about George Hill. People don't understand, there are different qualities of role players. George Hill was never a starter. Popovich did the right thing by trading him for Kawhi Leonard, even though he had a good start. You don't want George Hill to really be the one running your offense. He turns the ball over too much. But if George Hill can come off the bench and be a role player, he's a bit. Look, it's the reason why George Hill was in the Conference finals with Seattle with the Spurs. Conference finals with Indiana. Finals with Cleveland. Finals with Milwaukee. Everywhere George Hill's gone, he's going deep in the playoffs because he's a knockdown shooter. He shoots at a very high percentage, and he's an above-average defender, and he can run an offense. You just don't want him to be a starter. But if he's coming off the bench, you're good if you have George Hill. You have Middleton, a knockdown shooter who can get his own shot, that doesn't need an offense, that can get his own shot without one-on-one. You have Drew Hill, another player, former All-Star, LA nigga, that can get his own shot and hit the jumper. People don't understand, like, Milwaukee couldn't win. If they had Eric Bledsoe, they would have lost because Eric Bledsoe can't shoot. They had to get rid of. See, it's the reason why Giannis kept losing when he had Eric Bledsoe as his point guard, because Eric Bledsoe can't shoot. You can sag in off of him, and Giannis can't have teammates on the court that can't shoot because he wouldn't be able to get to the bucket. And so that's again what happened this year. He had good teammates, but they couldn't shoot as good as those other guys. So he got locked down in critical moments of the game. I don't know what the fuck Minnesota doing with that Rudy Gobert trade. I don't get Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns on the same team. I don't understand that. Maybe they plan on running Towns at the 4. Maybe that's it. I'm like, but still, like, it's gonna be, teams are gonna, you're not gonna be able to score on them at the paint. But teams that outrun you, yeah, you're right. Towns isn't mobile enough. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, I'm just being optimistic, nigga. I don't know what the fuck they doing. I don't know what the fuck they doing. Because Towns at the 4 on offense, he can shoot. He can spread the floor. And, you know, they can run high-low action with Gobert and Towns, but I didn't get it. Why don't... Rudy Gobert is one of the greatest defensive centers in NBA history. I give him credit for that. He can cover 24 feet of space. He's like a slightly lesser Tyson Chandler. I love Rudy Gobert. I love watching him play defense. Like, just as a basketball nerd, I love watching Rudy Gobert play defense. But I don't get him with Towns. I don't get it. I'm thinking maybe they're going to do another trade. John Wall ain't gonna be shit. His greatness was in his speed. He's not gonna be fast, and if he does get some speed back, it won't happen till his second year back, not his first. But John Wall's game is his speed. And been out that long, I doubt he can see. Y'all see how slow Clay's running around? But Clay will be fine because Clay's game doesn't depend on speed. You know? He just has to adjust. But John Wall, his ace in the hole was his speed. I don't know what he's gonna do now. We don't know if Westbrook is done. Westbrook got an unfair shake this year. Did he start the season off terribly? Yes. But Westbrook started balling second half of the season. Westbrook's play was back to where it was the year before, second half of the season. But y'all let the media just trash that nigga. Like, damn. Westbrook has always missed fucking layups. But when he was missing layups with Kevin Durant, y'all was saying, it's KD's fault. KD had Westbrook as an all-star, and KD couldn't win with him. Yeah, no, he couldn't win with him because Westbrook can't shoot, so he can't spread the floor for you. So you can just double off that nigga because he can't shoot. And then zone his drive. Westbrook makes bad decisions. He's always made bad decisions. Another reason why they couldn't win. Basketball is a game of momentum. The winner of a playoff game is the team that won the most amount of 2-minute stretches. How long does that run? Because basketball game, 46 minutes of a basketball game is played evenly. There's usually a 2-minute run that's the difference in points. So what do I mean by run? 5-0 run, 6-0 run, 14-0 run. The difference between a 6-0 run and a 15-0 run is decision making. When I say 6-0 run, you make 2 shots in a row. You got the momentum going. That third shot better be a smart shot. Because if it's a bad shot that leads to a long rebound and the other team gets a layup, your run is done. Versus if you're able to maintain possession and get quality shots, you score 14, 15 points in a row over more and that's where games are won. What Russell Westbrook will fuck up is the Thunder will be we hit 2 shots in a row, got the momentum, it's time to go on a run. And now next play down, here come Westbrook, running like Crash Bandicoot, flopping and flailing his way through the paint, missing a layup hard off the backboard. The other team gets a rebound, gets a run, gets a bucket. Now instead of you having a 12, 13-0 run, you went from having a 4-0 run to the other team having a 9-0 run on you. And those are the things that Westbrook would always do to sabotage the momentum of the game for his team. Bad decisions like that. He's always done that shit. People was clowning James Harden. James Harden can't win with Westbrook. Westbrook was a former MVP. The minute Westbrook get with LeBron, everybody's favorite candy doll, LeBron James. Here come y'all. Man, Westbrook ain't shit. Westbrook is doing the same shit he's always done. Hell yeah, I would trade Kyrie for Westbrook all day, but the Nets aren't that stupid. The Nets are not that stupid. Somebody said the Lakers ain't winning no more. There's one 2 years ago. Like, so what? Yeah, like that's why we didn't want LeBron. I remember I had a Facebook post in 2018. I don't want LeBron because even if he wins one championship, that's gonna be it. When the Lakers had Lonzo, Ingram, Hart, Nance, and all them, man, I was thinking that team could have won 3 or 4 championships. Now they only won 1 fake championship. That bubble is fake. It ain't real. I don't know about that, Harlem Russell. The Warriors have a Memphis Grizzlies problem to worry about. Memphis had a playoff run this year. They got some of the kinks worked out. If Memphis is injury free next year, that's a bad matchup for the Warriors. Somebody said Ingram was only decent. The Bulls were in first place in the East before Lonzo got hurt. The hell are you talking about? Julius Randle, before he got hurt, the Knicks were up there near the top. Come on, man. That Laker core was nice. I wanted to see them develop together, but they got that sorry ass LeBron instead. Yeah, Kuzma's balling in Washington. That whole LeBron thing. That whole LeBron thing screwed the Lakers up, boy. I'm telling y'all. Screwed my squad up long term. They got one fake ass championship. And that's it. Hold on. Got my weed surprise I'm trying to put up. See what's going on. See that moon like a motherfucker? Look at the color. Yeah. You're right. Certain things did broke the Dubs' way. Yep. And that's what happens when we have championship grit. But I saw a lot of aging on the Warriors. Where now, if Wiseman comes back healthy, if Wiseman can be the center that he can possibly be, that could be enough to where maybe the Warriors can eke out one more. I think that would take a healthy, potential filled Wiseman. And Clay's going to be better next year. Clay is definitely going to be better. You can't. It takes good 2 years. He was out for 3 seasons. It's going to take at least 2 seasons for him to be right. A full season. Yeah, Clay's going to be good. He's not going to be the same Clay of old. He's never going to be that again. But Clay's game isn't reliant on athleticism. He's a shooter. Shooters can deal with injuries way better. Shooters can deal with injuries like that and bounce back way better. Like I say, he won't be the player he was, but Clay's gonna be better than he was this season. I guarantee that. If Clay doesn't get hurt this offseason and he has a good next season, injury free, he's gonna be a lot better. Get out my goddamn car. I'm about to see what you niggas talking about. It's freezing in DC? Man. Yeah, Clay gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. You see that Vegas? See where I am right now. It was hot. It was warmer in the daytime. It was like 80 degrees, 70 something. But at night it get cold than a motherfucker out here in wine country. It get cold than a motherfucker. Cold than a motherfucker to me is low 60s, high 50s. Yeah. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. I just came in to see what y'all was talking about real quick. Yeah, fuck that Joe Harris deal. Y'all, you stupid. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all, man.